And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First, live here at the Laurel Park Paddock. I'm Stanton Salter, oddsmaker Keith Fustel here as our Friday gets you. Somebody's calling me about a tip in the first race. Papa Vinny. I told everybody, Papa Vinny in the first. Forget about it. We'll get to the first in a second. Turn that phone off for crying out loud. But a big weekend today kicks off the three-day race weekend with the first race post time of 12:30. And well, tomorrow is the big day, the Sprint Fest Winter Carnival. Thanks to you and Dave Rodman for coming on Mail and Horse Radio last night. You can check out the podcast archives on the website, mailandhorseradio.com. We had Keith Fustel, Dave Rodman, Sal Sinatra joined us, Gary Capuano, all talking about the big day tomorrow. 6 stake races, including the Grade 2 Barbara Fritchie, the Grade 3 General George. There's going to be an ice wall, ice carvings, and ice demonstration. Over $2,500 in prizes in that ice wall that's frozen inside you can chip away at. A free Maryland Jockey Club travel tumbler. Put your hot beverage in there. We'll have a buffet in the terrace dining room, a winter kids corner, so fun for the whole family, the kids, the people that just want to enjoy a nice day at the races, the handicappers, as there's some phenomenal betting opportunities tomorrow. Big day here for Laurel Park.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night on the show. Last year, I think it was 25 and snowing. Tomorrow, 65. So a beautiful day, no excuses. Roads will be fine. Get out here and hopefully have a really good on-track attendance and a real good handle for this card. And I think we will. I mean, it's highlighted. The racing office put together in Coley Blind a really nice card for tomorrow. 6 stakes in a row for that Rainbow Pick 6. Lots of good action on tomorrow's card.
Hats off to the racing office, Coley Blind, stakes coordinator, racing secretary, George Ann Hale, Kieran McLaughlin. That's just one of many big trainers coming down here, top jockeys. McLaughlin with 2 in the Fritchie and the General George. Nice little handicapping tournament going on for you until the end of March. Every Saturday, it's the Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament. $2,500 grand prize plus weekly prizes. Go to guest services. This is for premier players. If you're not a premier player, sign up. It's free to sign up, free to register for the Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament. That's going on tomorrow as well, along with the Winter Carnival. So that goes on through the end of March, the Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament. Preakness right around the corner. Get your tickets now. All the seats sold out last year. Second jewel of the Triple Crown. Third Saturday in May, the People's Race, the People's Party. The 142nd Preakness Stakes will be on Saturday, May 20th this year. Don't forget the day before, May 19th, that Friday, Black Eyed Susan Day with the Pimlico Special. Preakness.com for all your information on how you can get your tickets. Don't get shut out for one of the best races in the world, the Preakness Stakes. That's right around the corner. So how about as we get ready for the big 3-day race weekend, we take a look here at our leading jockeys and trainers at Laurel Park, and the jockey colony. Very, very impressive. Look at the veteran riders we have there. Trevor McCarthy, he's your leading rider, was 19. Javion Toledo was 16. Those are our top 2 riders. Veteran rider Horacio Caramanos, what a big meet he's having. He's tied for second with Toledo, Fergal Lynch, and Steve Cowboy Hamilton with 12 wins. When I was making up this list this morning, I thought to myself, no shenanigans here with any bug riders in this jockey colony, especially this winter.
Right now, you're going to have to work hard to break into what these guys are doing right now. And like Trevor and Heavy, they've been setting the pace for the most part in recent times at Laurel Park. But yeah, a real good jockey colony, top to bottom. And like I say, nice to see Stevie Hamilton right back on the board. Started a little slow. Right. Boys, he picked it up over the last couple months.
Absolutely. Now, we wasn't knocking any of the bug riders. We do have some good bug riders here, and with a veteran colony like those names you see there as your top 5, really gives a good opportunity to all the young riders to learn from some of the best in the business. That's why we've seen so many Eclipse Award winners in the bug boy category coming out of Maryland. Let's take a look here at the leading trainers. Claudio Gonzalez, your leading trainer, with 10. He has a horse in both the Barbara Fritchie and the General George tomorrow. Don't count Claudio Gonzalez out in those big graded stakes tomorrow. He's your leading trainer. Mary Epler, of course, she has Paige McKinney cross-entered, and the John Campbell General George. We don't know where he's going yet, but he's won both of those races in the past.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing which direction. I think he'd be tough in either spot. But yeah, Claudio, he was the lukewarm press box favorite heading in for this meet. We were talking about he kind of just didn't have a whole lot going on in the fall, but we figured the breakout was coming.
Right.
You see these trainers, highs, lows, highs, lows. He was ready. If you're looking at the sheets, he was ready to run a better number.
So Claudio having a big meet, and of course Paige McKinney's the defending champion in the Grade 3. General George, Kieran McGee, Phil Schoenthal, the Lakester, Scott Lake, he's right there as well in the top 5. So good stuff here. Hey, the sun's out. It's going to be like in the 50s, 60s today, tomorrow, Sunday, and don't forget, special holiday card on Monday for you on President's Day. Always a great traditional day to come out to the races. So we do have live racing this Monday. Let's take a look, though, at the track conditions as the sun is out. I think we're going to get up in the 60s today, right? Fast track.
Quite get there, but I know it's as good as it's felt in a long while. But yeah, tomorrow and the rest of the weekend. Remember, Monday racing.
Yep.
We've got Monday racing, so do not forget about that. But today's card, beautiful. Yeah, it's heating up close to 50. Maybe get to the mid-50s stand. Track is fast. We saw the water truck is out.
Yep.
And watering this track down, so it should be a very good start to our weekend.
Couple little carryovers for you as well. The Rolling Super High 5 will start in race 1, a little over 300 in that carryover. Big carryover of the day, a little over 7,800 in that Rainbow Pick 6. Now you have to pay attention today. It starts in race 3, so don't miss it. Don't get shut out. The Pick 6 today starts in race 3 for our 8-race card, over 7,800 in that Pick 6 carryover. Late Pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout starts in race 4. We'll have the early Pick 5 with the mandatory payout, same low 12% takeout. Early Pick 5 starts in race 1. I'll have a ticket for both of them. You should have a ticket as well. More money back to you in those Pick 5s with that industry low 12% takeout. Let's take a look here. Race 1 kicks off the early Pick 5. We're going 6 furlongs. Maiden claiming 16,000 for 3-year-olds, and I've been telling everybody about Papa Vinny. I think that was who was calling. Someone asking about Papa Vinny, a first-time starter at 10-1. I like in the opener. Let's take a look here at my early Pick 5 ticket with this mandatory payout early Pick 5, an affordable $48 play. I'll go 4 deep in races 1 and 2, going 2 deep in the 3rd race, 3 deep in race 4, and then I'll key on my best bet of the day, number 7, County Corrections from the Jamie Nesbarn in race 5. The Nesbarn's really been picking up here as of late, and when they start winning, they get real good, and they win in bunches.
They do win in bunches, as you say. County Corrections, well spotted. The 5th race, another one of these races. You know, our fields aren't huge, decent size. They're contentious all the way throughout the card. Hard to find a slam dunk single.
All right, there's my early Pick 5. You can catch my tickets and Keith's tickets. Gabby Gaudet is back up from Florida. She'll be on with me this afternoon. Check her picks out, and she's going to have a late Pick 4 ticket as well. That'll be on the laurelpark.com website. Let's take a look here at the opener. Papa Vinny, I'm in love with the name. Maryland bred by Nicanor. Nicanor, a new sire, standing here at Shamrock Farm in Maryland. Got his first winner the other day. Of course, Nicanor, full brother to Barbaro. And Papa Vinny out of the mare, Smart Policy, who was by Smart Strike. Now, the dam was 0 for 6. However, she did throw Rocky Policy, who made over $134,000. Bobby Leaf, the owner-trainer here of Papa Vinny. He also was the owner-trainer of Rocky Policy, who was precocious as a 2-year-old. One in his first or second start, was really a good 2-year-old for the Leaf Barn. So I'll go with Papa Vinny here at a nice price. Some decent works here at Laurel Park. You get a nice veteran rider, Forrest Boyce aboard. Lasix in debut. I like the outside post as well on Papa Vinny.
Yeah, certainly could be ready. Bobby Leaf, over the last few years, let's say the last 5 years, 2 for 12 with first-time starters. Doesn't do it a lot. 6 for 12 in the money. And you see Rocky Policy was 2 for 4 at the age of 2. And Bobby carries a positive ROI of almost $4 with those first-time starters. So yeah, take note of the code for it a little bit. The 6th Papa Vinny could be ready to go. I think the 2 Hail the General's the horse to beat. We saw a horse come down from Penn and run well, start spinner, which was claimed by Mary Epler. Went ahead and won off the claim. Hail the General, same kind of thing. Ran for that $15,000 level at Penn National. A good effort. They went awfully quick early. This horse was able to sustain a run, was put to a drive early into the race. By the time they hit the far turn, he was under a strong drive, was able to angle out and closed up nicely. Jump shot Johnny was able to hold him off late. 51 buyer, anything remotely close gets it done. I don't think the flow is going to be as fast. He can lay a bit closer. check the claim box here. I think there's going to be 4 or 5 in the mid for this horse.
Yeah, an
I'll
impressive.
be shocked if he doesn't go.
An impressive debut from the Bruce Alexander barn. Now, for the debut, the horse had to break from the inside, didn't have much early speed, had to come from out of it. Maybe the same situation today. Has an inside post, doesn't have much early speed. You do get top rider Trevor McCarthy aboard. He's going to have to navigate a trip off the rail to make a rally. So I respect all that. General Quarters, a young sire, ran in the Preakness. So I'll use Hail the General in my top 3. We both like the one here. Look within from the Ollie Figgins barn. The Figgins barn been on a roll. 4 wins from 15 starters so far this year. Look within, dropping from the maiden 40, maiden $25,000 ranks. Not crazy about the post position here either, but Jose Montano's been aboard the last 2 starts, knows this horse. He's back aboard today.
Yeah, the Edge Connection is trying to find the right spot. A subtle drop down from 25 to 16. Yeah, he just hasn't been able to develop a late punch. This is the field that might, enhance that run from just mid-pack. I mean, I think he's going to have to send a little bit to get position. A good effort in debut for 40. I thought this horse was going to show a little bit more. Worth his salt, the winner of that race back in December, came back to run well in open company. So look within, a little drop should put him right into the mix.
All right, you have the 7 in the mix. I threw that horse out altogether. First off the claim for Mark Reed. Decent second against Maiden 10 last out, going a mile now, cutting back route to sprint. Mark Reed, a little small stat, 22% from a 9-horse sampling, making that move. So the horse will be dead fit on the cutback, but is stepping up in class a little bit today.
Veteran trainer back here in Maryland. 2-back try, internal fractions going a mile, a real solid, 24.47 and 3:13.2. Made a move into it, opened up a clear lead. I think the turn back is going to be fine. This horse will be forwardly placed a long way.
All right, nice maiden race to kick off the early. Pick 5 with that mandatory payout there in race 1. Let's turn the page here. Race 2 kicks off the early. Pick 4, we're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000. This is almost like an open nickel, but not quite. This is 4 and up. Haven't won 2 races in 6 months, never won 5. We have a video spotlight. Well, first of all, no super high 5 in race 2. Scratch to 1, and also another horse on the outside, the 8. Here's a video spotlight of Resurgence. My top pick here, this was his win back on January 15th here at Laurel Park. Was battling for the lead the whole way around there. In front turner for home and has to outduel Last Confession on the inside. Now, I know he's on his left lead. I don't like that, but he's still a 7-year-old stud horse. That's probably why. But the horse that was 3rd in this race, Mr. Spaceman, would come back and win. Got a 63 buyer against Nickel Company here at Laurel. So that was a decent race there for Resurgence. Jerry Robb claimed the 7-year-old by Awesome. Again, he's bred out the yin-yang, this horse. And Robb making the right move here, waiting 30 days, going right back in for a nickel today.
Yeah, I mean, he had the for sale tag on him, no doubt about it. Dropping from 10 to 5. Jerry Robb went ahead. Let's lay down. We're going to come right back. Is realistic about it. Like I say, a 7-year-old's only made 10 starts. Something isn't real kosher with this horse. He's got some issues along the way. You saw the left lead. They're going to try to go run right back. He's going to be tough. I think Cowboy King, I like this move, playing the conditioning game the way you're supposed to play it. Mike Girales claimed for 75, that 1 in 6 months wins it, comes back to the 2 in 6 months, waits a little bit, drops in for the nickel. The purse is good enough. This horse, at the mile, I like this horse a little bit better, 7/8 to a mile. I think he likes to relax a little bit, but this field, I think he can lay just right up close to it. I think Bon Voyage is your speed. The 2-horse also dropping from open company, I should say. He's dropping from open 8 to Parks. He's going to be sent away from the inside. And Seve, little, maybe slight premature move last time, loomed really large, got floated out a little bit ahead of the stretch. The 3-back try at 7 puts him right into the mix. He's tactical enough. I expect a good effort from the 5, Seve.
I'm going to throw Dr. Bolt. I throw the 5 out, but you get Scott Lake, who's always dangerous with Julian Pimentel. I throw the 7 in there. Dr. Bolt, Laurel Glazier was aboard last time for the 13-1 win coming from off the pace for trainer Marco Salazar. That was Dr. Bolt's 3rd start in the new barn. Looks like Salazar has him going in the right direction. A little tougher nickel condition today, but we'll still get a decent value here on Dr. Bolt, who will most likely be making a late rally.
Yeah, he's going to be well back early. They're going to run away from him, but that's his game. One run sprinting. He will have to move up off of that last effort. He still hasn't run fast enough, as fast as a few of these in here. He's going to need them to come off for him a little bit. But the last race at a nice price, I know a couple guys upstairs had him at that good 13-1. He'll be closing in late, just a matter of whether he can get up over this, jump in this next jump up working class.
All right, nice old-fashioned beaten nickel there in the second to kick off the early pick 4. Nice starter allowance for race 3 to kick off the Rainbow pick 6. Nice carryover today, over 7,800 in that Rainbow pick 6. It normally starts race 4, starts race 3 today, so make sure you're paying attention. Don't get shut out for the pick 6. I have a ticket. Let's pop it up here. Nice affordable $64 play for my Rainbow pick 6 starting here in race 3. I'll go 4 deep in races 3 and 4. Hope I'm still alive after that, Keith. Then keying on my best bet of the day in that open 25,000 claimer race 5. I'll key on the 7 County Corrections from the Jamie Ness barn. Very nice maiden special weight race going 2 turns for 3-year-olds in race 6. I'll go 5 deep in there, going 2 deep in races 7 and 8. So some nice races later on in the card. Race 6, a nice maiden special weight. Race 7, a nice allowance race. So nice races here in today's pick 6 sequence.
Very nice, and it's not easy. I mean, it is a tough little sequence. I don't know if we're going to have a real bomb come in, but I could see a string of 4, 5, 6 to 1 shots, no doubt about it.
Well, let's take a look here at race 3, the first leg of today's Rainbow pick 6. We're going a mile. Filly and Mare starter allowance, optional claiming 16,000. We have a video here from January 29th. Our Karen Louise and Miss Nosy both coming out of the same race.
Yeah, our Karen Louise was up close in the red cap down on the rail, number 5 that day. Miss Nosy was the 6, if I'm not mistaken, and was just steadied a long way, Stan. A tough little trip for Miss Nosy. But you see her leaving the far. Our Karen Louise drops back a little bit, was up close into the far turn, and actually loses about 5 or 6 lengths. And there's Miss Nosy again, leaving the 5/8 pole, steadied again, steadied repeatedly. It's amazing she was able to kind of get back into a little bit of run and finish willingly from the half-mile pole home. But look at the 5-horse now, our Karen Louise, who is the 2-horse today. Wasn't really the best play. She looked like a little bit uncomfortable going into the far turn and drops back. It's hard to spot a field another 6 lengths when you do that, leaving the far turn. She's put to a drive. She angles out to the outside, probably the better part of the track that day, and makes a decent run. But look at Miss Nosy. Look at her now, the 6, moving into 3rd in the orange and green silks with the orange cap. After steadying repeatedly, she makes another decent little move up to the quarter pole. She flattens late. Our Karen Louise closes up steadily to get the place that day. Both are going to be tough right back at this level. That's good enough, guys. We can take it from there.
All right, I only go 4 deep here in this race, but you make a good case for the 5 Ms. Nosy, who I don't have on my Rainbow Pick 6 ticket, but you're getting a nice 5 to 1 price there on that 4-year-old filly. My top pick is going to be the other filly we were showing there, Our Karen Louise. Hasn't run a bad race for trainer Bernie Houghton, who's having a good year. 5 for 7 in the money. Bernie Houghton with a couple winners. Gets his main man, Angel Rodriguez, aboard. A sharp win, 2 back for his second win, for her second win in a row, and a good second in that race we just showed there. So I'll go with this horse who hasn't been worse than 3rd in all but 1 start from 8 starts.
Yeah, I think, interesting horse. Here's Kitty Bank. I mean, what's she going to do? She was hammered down to just under 2 to 1 last time out in the same race. She just spit it after about a half of a mile. She bounces back, now in for the tag. Is going 2nd time off the claim. But on the same kind of angle as our Karen Louise, Stan, I like the 4 Nick's Warrior coming in for trainer Cody Beatty. 27% is Cody Beatty over the last 90 days. These horses, when he gets them winning, they can win right back. She right here is a 2-year-old behind Lexington Street. She had a long layoff from December of 2015 to November of 2016. She's come back and she's found the right level. I think her last race at Penn is a little bit better. That win at Penn is better than our Karen Louise's was back in mid-January. I like her at a mile distance. I know this is 1 turn, but I think she's tactical enough to move right up into the fray at the head of the stretch. And she kicked away eagerly. Sneaky good the last 16th of a mile last time out in February at Penn.
All right, so I respect that horse. I'll use the 4 in my top 3. I throw the 1 in there, my Adeline, off the claim here for trainer Howie Wolfendale. This 4-year-old daughter of Girolamo has been in good form. Her last 3 starts, Howie Wolf claimed her last time for 16. That was a winning effort, going 7 furlongs, stretching out back to a mile. She was a good second at the mile distance, 2 back. Finds a little tougher conditions stepping up into today's starter race in race 3.
Yeah, Trevor's going to have to navigate the right kind of trip. She has speed, and she certainly has speed against this type of field. Kitty Bank again will probably be forward. My Adeline, good internal fractions last time she disputed. It was a long extended drive It was her lifetime best number. She stretches out a little bit from the rail. I'm going to hedge against her. I think she's going to come back down a little bit off of that effort, but I've got to respect it. This is a tough one to get it started here for your Rainbow Pick 6. Navajo Kitten, look at her. She's kept okay company at Park Stand. The mile, the two-back buyer of 66 going 6.5. Puts her in the winner's circle. So yeah, got a lot of ways to go in race 3, but I like the inform here of Nick's Warrior. She's sharp.
Tough race to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. Starts in race 3 today, over 7,800 in that carryover. Let's get a commercial break. When we come back, we'll start with the late pick 5. That starts in race 4 with that low takeout. We'll be right back.
The Laurel Park job, we are there for the whole day.
Greg, are you
Being there
hearing
for
the
guest is
static
part
too?
of what the whole festival concept is all about. We set all the stuff up earlier, and we have interactive stuff that we do at Laurel Park, like the horseshoe wall, where people get to chip out the horseshoes out of the ice and redeem them for a prize. We do live carving demonstrations where we're actually doing large displays and sculptures in front of large crowds of people. For festival work, that's absolutely part of what we do. Thank you, Laurel Park. We'll see you this year, and hopefully we'll see you next year too.
All right, nice commercial there for a little demonstration on how they do the ice carvings for tomorrow's Sprint Fest Winter Carnival. Fun for the whole family. They do a nice job with those ice sculptures. In years past, they've had an ice sculpture of Ben's Cat, American Pharaoh. It'll be exciting to see what horses they have tomorrow for the ice sculptures.
They're going to do a Stan Salter ice sculpture?
Well, no.
That
would melt real quick.
Oh, don't say that.
All right, let's take a look here at the late pick 5, starting in race 4 today with that industry low 12% takeout. I have a ticket, a $60 play. Let's take a look here. I'll go 4 deep in race 4, the 1, 2, 3, 7. Same ticket basically as my Rainbow Pick 6, but I'll spread out. I'll use 3 horses in the finale, as you have a couple horses first off the claim in race 8. The 1 Wazala first off the claim for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez, 7-2 on the 1 Wazala. And also I'll throw the 2 in there, Bring Me Answers in race 8. First off the claim for trainer Kieran McGee. We're getting some good value on that runner. So no carryover, but a low takeout as always in our pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Let's take a look here at race 4. We're going a mile and a 16th, claiming 5,000. Never won 2 lifetime, and I'll go with the 7 on the outside here. Mr. Coupons from the Tony Aguirre barn. First start in the new barn last time was a big improvement. A good second coming from out of it with Trevor McCarthy aboard. The leading rider, McCarthy, stays aboard again today for a smaller outfit, but Tony Aguirre does a nice job. It looks like he has his 5-year-old son, a Super Saver, going in the right direction.
Yeah, it was hard for me to separate the 1 Leroy Brown and the Mr. Coupons, the 7. I hedged and going to throw Leroy Brown in above him. I think he had the tougher of the 2 trips, a little bit more relaxed trip for Mr. Coupons. He kind of slugged up after they went quick early. Cold Spice completely dominated that field, duel with another horse and went clear, and pretty good internals. You see 47-1, 113 for the half and 3/4 time. Leroy Brown gets inside position too. Shorter run into the turn. I think this horse gets a good spot, but some promises. I like the move here. I like the aggressiveness by the connection to put this horse down for the 5. He teased him a little bit. A good effort in the starter, Maryland Million starter.
Yep.
In a big field, just couldn't quite get there. Last time out, maybe rated a little bit into submission. He was taking a hold of it, wasn't real comfortable, and faded off of that race. This is a drop down, puts a live rider in here, Laurel Glasser, to the front. I think this horse can dictate.
You know, Laurel will give you an honest effort, hard trying jockey, and the barn doing the right thing. Try to wake this 5-year-old son of Not for Love up on the drop. So I respect that. I use some promises in the exacta. The 2 first around at a big price maybe here. 7-pound apprentice Jen Miller gets back aboard. Miller was aboard 2 starts ago at 11-1. A good second at this level. Didn't go well in the last start, but gets reacquainted with a jockey that was right there on this horse at a big price. We'll get a big price again today.
Yep. Was the 2-back try just a mirage with the mud? I'm not sure. This horse came off of synthetics and turf. Wet might have been the right thing, but we'll get position early. I know she'll be saving ground and showed she can handle the distance 2-back. My big question is the surface, fast surface versus that muddy sealed.
All right, Leroy Brown, the 1, Carlos Quinones aboard. We both like this horse a little bit. Should get a ground-saving trip here from the inside with Quinones aboard for trainer Jose Corrales.
I expected a little bit more out of him last time. disappointed that he wasn't closer and didn't have sustain a little bit better run. I'm going to give him a pass. I think he'll do a little bit better second time around. This time around, 2 turns, he hangs on a little bit better. But I expected more last time. I liked him in that spot last time. He really didn't fire.
All right, I know you like the late pick 4 today. Let's take a look. Race 5 kicks off the late pick 4. Keith has a ticket here. First leg, a nice wide open, claiming 25,000, going 7 furlongs. Let's take a look here at Keith's late pick 4 ticket.
Yeah, it's going to be very reasonable today. $27 ticket to get us started for the weekend. Hopefully we can catch something, put a little bit of money in our pocket. We can reinvest over the next couple of days. But yeah, starting it out, I like Negrito in race 5 quite a bit. Going to throw Monkey's Medal. He's due to run back to a better race. Last time he was kind of an in and out kind of a horse. You figured a good one last time. He didn't give it to us. The turn back to 7 is the big question mark. 3 deep in race number 6 in race 7 and also in race 8. A lot of money is probably going to be singled on the 1 Wazala stand, but I agree with you with the 2 first-time Kieran McGee, but Bring Me Answers. And even Franny Abbott, Trace Abbott III, does hit with these maiden claims the first time out. Yep. This horse, interestingly bred, in for 25, but, you know, Jen Miller, this horse could sneak away at a good price. Well
bred by Hard Spun. A couple nice well-bred ones there in race 8. Let's take a look here. Race 5, 4 and up, wide open, claiming 25,000. This is kind of similar to our 2 other than allowance race, and my best bet of the day is in here on the outside. I love the outside post, going 7 furlongs with a veteran rider, Steve Hamilton, in your top 5. Gets aboard this 7-year-old by Tiz Wonderful. County Corrections, really been in good form since trainer Jamie Ness claimed this 7-year-old. 2 seconds in his last 2 starts up there at Penn National against 2 other than allowance conditions. So a similar level. This race might be a little tougher, actually. Open 25 here in Maryland compared to 2 other than at Penn National. It might be a little tougher, but this horse going in the right direction for a barn that's really heating up, and you get a top rider here, Steve Hamilton, aboard.
Yeah, 2 for 5 at the distance. He's more or less, you know, a one-run kind of sprinter when he's sprinting. Drops a little bit farther back and makes a run. I don't see a slew of speed in this race. Maybe the favorite, Sam Sparkle, I'm going to take a shot against coming down for Gary Contessa. They claim this horse is an 8-year-old, giving it time off, makes his first start at 9, dropping from 40 to 25. Yeah. He could be fresh, though, frisky, and want to go out to the lead. I think Negrito held on quite well. A lot of pressure. He was inside of 3 other horses when dueling. I know the fractions weren't much. He's okay at 7 furlongs. I think if Sam Sparkle goes, rider rates back, maybe just stalks outside and goes ahead and gets the job done in here. I think he can pop up and move up off of that 79 buyer speed figure.
I like the 1 Negrito. I use him second. He'll probably run the best race of any horse in the race, any other post, but the dreaded 1 hole going 7 furlongs. I put him on top, but the 7-pound bug boy going to get banged around down there a little bit on the inside. Hopefully he can get a good trip getting out of the 1 hole there, going 7 furlongs. I end up on a 1 horse going 7 furlongs later on today, Wazala, because the Linda Rice first-timer scratched. But I like the 1. I'll use that horse in my exact 6-time winner here at Laurel Park for the leading trainer, Claudia Gonzalez. You have to respect all that. The 2 DC Dancer loves it here at Laurel Park as well. Didn't like the off-going last out up there at Penn National on a good track. 0 for 8 on a good track. Gets back to a fast track today at a track he's had a lot of success for with trainer Mike Trombetta.
Poor about DC Dancer. He's tried hard. It's just a long time since a win for him. He'll move up off of that last race at Penn. Monkey's Medal is kind of my price horse. Didn't really show any speed whatsoever last time out, but he's reunited with Carrasco. Barn does well. Route to sprints. 7 might be a little too short. He's going to need a little bit more pace in front of him, but he's due to jump back up and run one of his better races. If he does like the 3-back race, he's right there.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 6, nice maiden special weight. This could be one of the races of the day. Straight 3-year-olds. You have a couple Triple Crown nominated horses in this race, going a mile and a 16th. I'm going to go with the 6. No Regrets from the Mad Geniuses barn. Michael Dickinson with a well-bred first-time starter by Lemon Drop Kid, who's a major league $40,000 sire down there in Kentucky. Out of the mare, Kiawi Klee. I messed that name all up, but the Dams by Cherokee Run. She won 6 times for over 60,000, and this horse, No Regrets, a half-brother to Dearest, who made almost 300,000. Some nice works up there at Dickinson's training center, Topeka Farm. Shipped them down here for a nice 5-furlong bullet work late January here at Laurel Park. I like that move. You get Fergal Lynch aboard for the Dickinson first-timer.
My thing is, why is he going long?
Yeah.
Obviously, he knows better than you or I, because everything hinted towards speed. The mother, 6 for 10 lifetime, 5 for 6 sprinting. Ended her career at Northlands Park. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
Ended your
yep.
career at
Knew how to
Northlands
win
Park.
races. Yeah, a little
Dearest, the lone sib to no regrets, is a recent Grade 3 winner down at Gulfstream sprinting. So I don't know, maybe this horse, the speed just wasn't passed along. Maybe the talent was, not the early speed. So no regrets. Going to be an interesting one to watch. Clubman, the one, ran very well in debut. Was bet down as we thought for trainer Jason Egan. Down inside, chased an honest pace the whole way, just a little bit flat. Gets the 2 turns, should do fine. Should be the horse maybe to catch on the front. But Darmaster, the 4 for trainer Michael Trombetta. I've been waiting for this horse to run back. Cintron just discussed it last time. I thought this horse would get in the race a little bit sooner. There's video. We're going to pick it up. Thanks, guys. From January 21st of race 3. Tizzy, the one. Linda Rice, first on the far outside, makes an extended run under left-handed pressure. But Darmaster's going to pop in your picture very, very late under Cintron for trainer Mike Trombetta. And let's watch it through the gallop out. This horse keeps on going and really kicked it in about a 16th of a mile after the race. See the running time. Boom. Right on by. I know the rider of the 4 was easing up a little bit, but Darmaster, the blinkers just might be the key to get this horse focused. I think he's a horse that's going to be able to run all day. I think he's going to sit a little bit closer with these blinkers. I like the bullet work leading into this race. Darmaster, now or never for him to really show what he's got.
Yeah, well-bred son of Bodie Meister. They paid $150,000 for him at Keeneland. Top connections here. I respect all that. I'll use the 4 in my top 3. The 5, Royal Hussar. I'm not giving up on Hammy Smith yet here on this horse. This horse will be the most seasoned for the distance. A good second 2-back going a mile against Maiden 40. Nice 65 buyer speed figure in that race. Regressed a little bit on the step up to Maiden special weight last time, but an okay 4th. Now 3rd start back as a 3-year-old. Pedroza stays aboard. You know this horse will be dead fit if everybody else is getting tired in the final strides.
Yeah, 3rd time gelding. He improved off that 1st time gelding, and maybe just a little bit of a bounce last time. Bounce back up into the maiden special weight company, but yeah, I'm going to use him. And the 3, Canavero for Graham Motion. Got behind Always Dreaming last time, who galloped to win by, 11.5 down at Tampa. This horse was second off a little bit of a freshing, not real trouble, was down inside the whole way, a little bit of lacking room at the 8th pole. This horse kept on okay, but that Pletcher horse ran an 85, was a 1-5 shot, ran an 88 prior over the summer in Saratoga. You can't really fault Canavero's effort. That was just a really good horse down at Tampa.
All right, nice maiden special weight race there in race 6, almost out of time, but we have a nice race 7 here, allowance feature of the day here to kick off the late double. We're going a flat mile. Video spotlight here on the 3, Dat Melody, my price play of the day in the fog here, January 22nd at 24-1 for trainer Carl Duran against Open 25 Company, going a mile, gets up to win by a nose, gets a nice 80 buyer speed figure. The horse he beats, Stolen Love, would come out of this race and win. Now we're going from the Open 25, which I think is similar to a 2 other than allowance race. We're going to the first level allowance condition today. Top rider Jevion Toledo stays aboard. This was a gutty win for the 3, Dat Melody, a 7-year-old by Unbridled Song. Will get good value today. There's some tough horses in this race. Sound the Horns for Motion, the Terra Nova Shipper from New York. But I'll go with the 3, Dat Melody, as my price play of the day.
Yeah, lightly raced Sound the Horns did get the job done after a trouble debut. Came back to win. Was set up by a duel. Number 6 today, Sound the Horns for Motion. Interesting to see. This horse going to be a horse to watch, no doubt. Looks like he's got some promise. Ran away nicely, but he did have things get set up in front of him. Dat Melody, I agree with. Stayed on his correct lead. It's hard to do with the mile distance at a long stretch run. And this horse has been able to pair up good races. He did it late summer. Not a lot of pace again in this race. Maybe he gets the jump on the closers. I think he just sits off Iredell, gets the lead, and he's going to have to hold off all the horses in the back, including the one coming in from New York, Jess I Am. Legitimate figure last time out, the 82. He runs better buyers than any of these horses came out of there to run real big. He had some trouble behind the speeds as the speeds went 1-2 around the racetrack on January 14th. But that was a blowout win, 2 back when breaking the maiden.
All right, both Keith and I on the 6-1, number 3, Dat Melody there in race 7 to kick off the late double. Nice maiden 25 for 3-year-old fillies, going 7 furlongs here in race 8. And I was going to go with the Linda Rice first timer, the 4 on top. She scratched. She's going to be back in tomorrow, I believe. So I end up on the 1. Wazala got a break from the 1 hole going 7 furlongs. The one thing she has going in her favor, she has early speed. So you have to think Julian Pimentel, who's been aboard for both starts so far, will be sending from the inside. And this horse runs first off the claim for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez, who's, by the way, 35% first off the claim with a nice positive ROI.
Yeah, got beaten her debut by Chip Cycluded, a good race. Chip Cycluded came back to win and run a low 50 number. Wazala just has to move up a little bit off of that last race. She set the pace. Our first Candy came and got her late. She's going to be the one to catch. You got to respect Claudio first off the claim. But you say you got Kieran McGee for owner Helen Marshall first off the claim. A couple horses trainers reached in off of Sagamore to grab. Important has done okay. Bring Me Answers, I think, is going to benefit off the debut and make a little bit better run from off the pace.
All right, they must think they breed some nice horses out there.
Yeah,
at the,
some of those horses, they just don't, fill their fit the profile. And in some of these trains, they reach in, and rightly so.
Yep,
Yeah.
all right, so see how they do here. The 2 and the 3, both Maryland breds by Sagamore Farm, and in race 8. We're out of time here, but a nice maiden 25 to end things off here for today as we get you ready for the big Sprint Fest Winter Carnival tomorrow. 6 stake races. Good luck today. Gabby Gaudette, she'll be on with me later on this afternoon. She's up in town here for today and tomorrow. Good luck today here. Nice carryover in that pick 6. Don't forget, race 3 it starts.
Good luck.